Hello everyone! Welcome to what is going to be, I guess, the first Minecraft video on this channel. And it's going to be a survival let's play on my part, but I'm planning to only actually show the buildings and focus on building and stuff. I thought that would be interesting because for me personally, whenever I do building in a game, I'm usually far more inspired to do any sort of building or any sort of world creation when it's on a survival let's play, just kind of playing through the world, because that brings out challenges and difficulties. I have a problem, and I build something to solve that problem. So it occurred to me, why not actually do a series of sorts and just focus on the building? It could be like a survival building series, and I thought that'd be a pretty cool idea. And I thought that'd also be a really good introduction for Minecraft to the channel, especially now that 1.18 has officially released. Look at that. Just look how stunning that is. I absolutely love this update. Oh, it's incredible. It's incredible. It looks amazing. This is like everything I've ever wanted. Usually what I look for in games when they have terrain is just realistic mountain peaks and things like that. But that's essentially my concept for this series. I'm not really going to think of it as a series. I'm just going to have different videos and projects that I'll be working on. You might not even be able to tell that it's on the same world, but it will be, and that's my plan. So, I have gone ahead and kitted myself out with some gear. Pretty basic gear, just a few tools to... Oh no! Oh no! As I was saying, I went ahead and got myself some tools, just a bit of food, and my next step for today is to actually find a nice cozy place to start working on our base, because today my goal is just to have a little simple, quaint starter base. That's what I'd love to have. We're going to be moving up that way into the mountain range, and I guess I'm just going to start looking for an actually good place to set up shop. But hey, if you are new to the channel and you like what you see so far, I would really appreciate it if you'd consider subscribing to the channel, I guess, if you want to see more Minecraft content, Terraria content, stuff like that. And also anyone who, I guess, I'm really appreciative of all the feedback I get from everyone who pretty regularly watches my content. So if you want to see more videos like this and you like this one, please make sure to let me know what you think, either things that videos like this could use, things you'd like to see in the future. I would definitely really appreciate it. Oh dear. Bye-bye, sun. Have fun. Hello, moon. Hello. Oh my goodness. Alright. I'm just trying to make my way down this mountain here and hopefully find a cool place to build. And right now I'm seeing this cave entrance over here, which is looking really promising because it's getting nighttime and I don't really have a means to deal with mobs, nor do I have a means to actually deal with sleeping. Like I have one gray wool. That's not going to get me very far. Let me take care of these guys, let me get some resources, and I'll see you guys when I'm ready to start working on this base, because I'm quite liking this area. I think this is a perfect little cove to start building. I came back to the surface to get some food and there's dogs! Come on. Be my friend. I've got 2 puppers! Oh my goodness. Oh, this is too amazing. This is too amazing. I have a name tag too. I don't have enough iron yet to make an anvil, but I already have a name picked out for them. Both of them, actually. But we're not going to get to that until later when I can make an anvil, so you're going to have to wait to see the names. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out, Pupper 1 and Pupper 2. Those are not their names, by the way. I know I said this was a great place to build in, but just hear me out. I've spent a long time underground, and I had a lot of time to think. This is the perfect place. Yeah, I know it doesn't look like much. I know right now it doesn't look like much, but hear me out. I clear out the trees, and I have a lovely area. I have this grand view out in the distance over there, especially when we pump up our render distance. We'll probably get a phenomenal view. We're right next to the water, which opens up a lot more potential for some water-themed builds, and makes it a lot easier to do crops. We are around, like, look, I just got an egg. I just got an egg! we're around some naturally spawning animals. That's going to make farming a whole lot easier. And it'd be just a lot more convenient, because I was thinking about it. If I start building over up in the mountains for our starter base, I don't think that's going to be too great of an idea. Planning a starter base in the tundra might not be might not be the best idea. So let me actually transport all of our items and whatnot over to this area, and I am absolutely stoked to start building. Where? Oh, come on. This way. Yep, good. Perfect. Okay. I've got a little starting area all rigged up, and I should actually have enough iron. If you guys don't know, I have a wonderful, amazing doggo, and his name is Leo. He's actually chilling in my room right now. And that's gonna be you. Oh my goodness. And then this little pupper is actually Shino, because Shino is the name of a Shiba Inu, of a good friend of mine, Chaos. Shino and Leo, best buds forever. So this is so cool. I'm loving this. I've spent far too much time preparing for what is supposed to be a starter base of all things. So the first step is actually, I want to do a little bit of planning. I don't want to just start building it right fresh. I don't actually have a build in mind. If nothing comes to mind though, then I might just have to take a step away, maybe get some food, do a little bit of brainstorming. It's not too big of an ordeal. So I think I really want to weave this building to really feel nice and snug in this mountain. So I would love to actually have some paths around and just do something that looks really great from far away. Well, that actually does that little bit of planning there. I'm gonna blop some shapes, do some terraforming, and just get a general idea. So maybe, okay, I'm liking this. I already think this is nice in terms of character. It helps keep the build interesting, and this is a starter base. A starter base. I'm talking to myself here. Don't go overboard. I know. I know I said this was gonna be a starter base. But, what do you think? I'm really liking this. I'm really liking the uniquity of this, and I think it's gonna be a perfect little starter base. So I want them to be woodsy, I'm gonna have some stone, but I also want them to be clean. I don't want them to look like they're from the medieval times. Just kind of like a countryside little cottage. Gosh, so give me some time to put together a block palette, and then I'll get back to figuring out how I want to do this build, and hopefully actually get working on it a little bit, because I've put a lot of time in this today. After quite a lot of experimentation, I've devised this palette here, basically just working with the materials I was able to conjure up from earlier. The more expensive ones, unfortunately, is this cut copper, and the fact that I'm gonna need to let it oxidize, which is it's gonna be a pain. And this is kind of what I have for how I'm thinking of implementing them into the builds. So I think you could kind of get what I'm talking about with the stones. I think the majority of the buildings I want to be either like regular stone or this mix of diorite and wool, because I think that would be nice. If I had calcite, I would be using that. I'm not quite sure how I feel about the copper roof. Part of me loves it because I love the like added color. It just feels like it has a lot more character. But the other parts of me feels like it stands out too much. So I'm not quite sure if I'm going to go with that, but I'm still pretty happy with how it came out. One thing I'm unsure of is this here, which I was experimenting with how I wanted to implement the like spiraling tower and how I might want to do a roof. I'm pretty happy with this. I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to implement it. I'm definitely going to have to experiment quite a bit. But I guess it's time. It's time to actually start building this thing. Oh dear. Alright. I'll get to that. So, you know how I wanted to make that copper roof? Well, this is what we need to do to get there. Alright, let's get to work on this. So I'm gonna start with tough and slowly work up to just stone and gravel and things like that. And actually, since this one is going to be quite a larger house, to actually help break it up from this one here, I'm going to start with a little bit of a gradient using cobbled deep slate and work that up, then to tough. Now that I have this general palette here, I'm gonna do like probably pretty much what you saw in the testing world, where I'm just gonna like put some notches into these just to give it a little bit more depth, so to speak. Okay, it's time to actually dig into this now that I have this general structure done, which I'm pretty happy with. Like I said, I'm not going to show a lot of progress of the survival aspect of this world, but for me it's going to be a little bit of a survival, well, not a little bit, a lot of a survival let's play, just for myself to kind of do on my own time. Okay, and yeah, but I'm so excited. Look at this! I'm really happy with how this is coming out. I'm having a lot of fun. Right now I need to work on the flooring and actually suit up the interior, but I think I'm gonna finish up the exterior before I even think about touching that. But yeah, it's coming along pretty nicely, I do think. Now we have this mammoth to tackle. Okay, I'm gonna start punching in some pillars here, and I guess we'll take a look at how that looks and maybe where we want to go with that from there. And that seems to be it. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I'm liking this. I'm really liking this. I think it looks good. I'm kind of scared because I really like how it looks with that white snow. I might do something similar to that diorite building there for the tower. I'm not sure. It's either that or doing a lot more with deep slate. Yeah, oh gosh, I missed a block, but I quite like how that looks. I'm gonna be, to be completely honest, I really like how that looks. I think it has a lot more depth, and it makes the build look a lot more interesting, and it's becoming nighttime. Haha. Haha. Ha. It's time to do my least favorite part, and that is work on the roofing. Roofing is so difficult with any and every build. I'm sure a lot of people agree. Sure, a lot of people disagree too, but you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna start with this roof first because I think it's gonna be the most difficult, and it's nice to kind of start out with a challenge and then ease your way to the easier stuff. It's kind of like saving the frosting on a cake for last. Although, honestly, personally, just eat it all together at once. It's much better. That's how it's meant to be done. It's either gonna be stone or spruce. I like spruce, and I think it's a nice darkness to the bright texture of the walls, or bright color of the walls. Let me make my way back up to the top. I did get some spruce wood, and I decided, after looking at this, I don't think I want to do, like, any kind of disc or dome roof covering this. I did decide, I think I just want to have a flat roof with glass covering it. I think that'll look really cool, especially, like, maybe I could make this into like a greenhouse sort of deal. I fill it with water and I put fish in it. Oh, that'll be so cool. Okay. That's my plan. The deep slate might be too dark. I'll have to feel it out. Right now I'm feeling like it's gonna be just a bit too dark, unfortunately. But that might be really cool to actually, look, if I hop down in here, if I have some plants underneath here, might be nice. Something nice and lush, and then we have some fish on top of there. You can't go wrong with a glass ceiling that's also an aquarium. Okay, this actually finishes up that roof portion. I was worried about this, but I ended up coming up with something I feel is rather unique. I think will look really cool, especially in my opinion, I think this is going to make the build feel more alive, and it's going to feel like there's more going on in the build, which will definitely help, and eventually we can get some leaf and stuff to droop around this, and I think that'll look nice. I only have one bucket of water. I need to get another. Perfect. Hold on, it needs to be right there. Yay! We've got infinite water up on this ceiling. Just, eventually I'm gonna have to get some... Look at that. Oh, they're just swimming! Oh gosh. Okay, I really want to get started on these little houses with these roofs, because that is going to be my absolute favorite. Before I do that though, it's time for copper. It's time to collect the copper. There is so much copper here. Wow. Oh my gosh. Let's get started on this roof. Now, I don't necessarily have a process for this. I'm going to try to give myself a little wireframe to work with this dirt here. You know what? I don't think this dirt roof looks that bad. Oh gosh. Okay, this part doesn't look quite right, but other than that, I think doing a wireframe with the dirt is a good idea. And voila. I vastly underestimated how much copper I would need. Oh my goodness. Now, by cutting some corners and copper, I've got this thing done. I don't know. I think I quite like it. It looks nice from far away. It's getting the same vibe I wanted. I think once we mix the spruce planks and whatnot into this whole build, it's just going to tie the whole thing together. I'm gonna start working on that other roof, which I may not even start wireframing it. I think I could freehand it pretty well. So this is what I have so far, which I'm liking. I think I'm just gonna top that off there. It's a little bit of an odd shape. It's not as smooth as it could be, but I think that's good, because this build, I think I definitely want to have some character. Right, I've got the basic shape of this thing in order. Just need to get these oak logs in hand. And now it's time to actually start detailing this a little bit. And with that, I'd say this roof is nice and finished up. Oh, I'm so happy with this. I did get to see this a minute ago, just checking it, and I'm liking that. And I also changed this portion just a tiny bit. Oh yeah. I think that looks nice from this angle. Perfect. That should hopefully look good. Oh my gosh, just the peak and the awesome. Okay. Now it's time to get started on the other roof. That was much faster. Ooh. I'm quite happy with this. I think these could be slabs just like right here. We can continue on to the next part of this, which is actually cleaning up these little bits. Look, it's gonna need some work in all these rooms. And from the outside, yeah, I definitely really like having it like that. Having that extra lip just gives it so much more like parallax. Oh, this too, except that, how did I miss this? I missed that real bad. Okay, yeah, now we just get that extra parallax, which is really nice. I need to get up there. Not only was I able to make myself a few lanterns, which will be nice for decor, I also went ahead and I've got these. Okay, let's get that there now. Alright, and also right here. Alright, this is looking pretty nice. I'm thinking... Oh, hello, Rain. I'm thinking I'll probably... Oh, wow. Hello, Thunderstorm. Jeez. Okay, can I just finish my sentence? Thinking of getting some signs to put along here, but that means getting more wood. Alright, bye, weather. Thank you. I'll see you later. Ooh. Ooh, okay, I quite like that. I think that's, like, the finishing touch. Also, if you want to know something really cursed, look, the sign's like a pixel away from actually touching the wall. You're welcome. This being a starter house and all, I want to do my best for this interior for it to actually be something functional, and of course I'm already out of these logs. So I went and actually cleaned up my crafting stations, as you can see. I'm trying to think of ways I can utilize these. So the stone cutter is going to be the most difficult, because the rest of them, like a kitchen, will take care of most things. But if I have a stone cutter, I could actually make like an armory or a blacksmith's room. Man, that looks cool. The first thing I want to start with is just some general storage, because look at my inventory, it's a mess. I want to kind of creatively put in storage. We can toss these in, actually. These make good cabinets of sorts, don't they? So let's do boop, boop, boop for the kitchen area, and then one right there, and I can put a pot on it. And it's just, I guess, a little bit more of a creative way to think about storing things. Now I can toss some random stuff I don't need in that. You can probably tell I'm losing my mind. I've been building this thing for hours. I'm getting quite tired, but I'm quite happy with it. I'm gonna speed things up a little bit because I feel like I'm taking way too much time, and I'm gonna hopefully just kind of finalize what I'm doing in here between, I guess, just between the flooring and stairs and whatnot. Man, oh man, oh man, this place is really starting to come together. Now we have our entrance here. That'll take you right in. I've got some pressure plates and whatnot to help detail the floor. We have this walkway leading up, and I'm quite liking this. It's not perfect, it's not the best thing ever, but I'm more than happy with it. So I do have some things in mind, like over here. I'm thinking I'll probably have like a couple barrels just around. I think that'll look nice. And right here, put them kind of like so. Kind of like that, yeah. This will be like the cutting board area countertop thing. I kind of want to put in a fireplace. Not right here. We could have the fireplace like right here because really nothing's going on there. I can actually remove all of this here and you won't be able to tell from the other side. So that would be cool, and it also cut through everything. I think I'll put a chimney going through here, which the only problem is I need to make sure I 100% want to put it there. You know what? Yeah, I think that's a lot better. I quite like that. It is massive, don't get me wrong. That's a pretty big fireplace, but I could actually use that to kind of weave into what I'll be going on with here. If we put that there, we're in the home stretch now. It is merely just a case of actually getting onto this room. I'm going to work on decor eventually, but I have everything kind of cemented in, so it's just a matter of finishing everything up at the end, which I look forward to do kind of all at once. Right here, I want to take I want to get some stairs going, which, yeah, how am I going to do that? So I've gone ahead and tidied this up, finished it up, added a few more details here and there. It's not like perfect, but kind of finishing it up. But I wanted to come down here and work on this portion a little bit because it feels like I've been putting that off a little bit. Something a little bit like this. We get some added storage in the end by doing this, and we get the stone cutter. I think that's gonna have to do for that, honestly, sadly, because I'm not sure what else I really could do or would want to do to make that look any nicer. Pop that there, and what I want to do, I'm a little bit nervous about. I don't exactly know how I want to do what I'm envisioning here, but I want to make like a forge with lava, and I'm gonna have to go get lava, which is fine. There's plenty of lava nearby, but like a custom forge is what I want to do here. Oh gosh, after that like hour-long journey, I swear. I did get the lava, I got some moss, which has to be like one of my favorite blocks, and a whole bunch of other things to hopefully make this place look super nice. So I'll be right back. Yeah, okay. I finished this area up. It's not perfect. It's not gorgeous, but it's kind of nice. I don't know. It has a bit of character, and that's all I was really looking for with this build. With the final addition of this chimney being added here, I might need to raise this up a little bit more just so you don't see the smoke. Or the flames. I can actually, okay. Anyway, finally, I can call this done. That's what I'm here to say. Hopefully that looks good from far away. I haven't seen it yet. Good. And I actually just went ahead and finished up the interior because I didn't think it's something that would translate well doing like a bunch of clips of me talking about it. So I'll just walk on in and show you guys what I've got. So this looks the same, right? We kept the fireplace. I got some azalea bushes out of the moss I found. Item frames, some pots, put some plants in it, got that. We've made it look just like a nice living space. It wasn't super overgrown like I talked about, but it's at least something. It looks nice. I can always come back to it. And these, I actually made some more campfires. They do a great job of lighting the place up without actually looking like there's a light source. So that's cool. I'm happy to I thought of doing that. And we have just a simple little table and a chair. We've got some paintings, and in here, I don't know if this works, but I thought I'd give it a go. Just using the magma block with a trapdoor to kind of hide it, and it looks a little bit like a stovetop, is what I was thinking of. That just about wraps up the interior. I don't think I'm going to do much for the windows, because I kind of just like them as is. I think it fits the style. Now, you might think, I'm done. No. Remember that moss that I found? The final step of this, I actually want to do a bit of terraforming and really clean up this area, and I'm really looking forward to that. So let me get started on that because it is a moment I've definitely been waiting for all day. We are done! It's actually done. It's actually done. It's actually finished. I'm so excited, and I'm so happy. So much work went into this, but it's still a starter base. Okay, you know what? I don't care what you say. It's still a starter. It's still a starter base. It really is, though. This is gonna be my home for what is hopefully a really long-running project. I've had so much fun recording this. This build has been a great experience, but it is ultimately time for me to call it a day. So ultimately, I don't want to keep anyone here any longer than need be. So thank you so much. have an incredible day, and I will see you all soon. Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.